All right, got a Sunday aftermath for you not posting motherfuckers. With the exception of, I think, Selfish Sound System. Put something up, and Shafe, you put something up. Appreciate it. Got the tomatoes in the ground. This little guy way over yonder is a little less than happy. Let's see if we might be able to get him a little adjustment. I wasn't sure how close to put them to the trellis, but I wanted to make sure that the root source was able to do a little bit better. And I'll take a hike. Got that set. I borrowed some of the soil from this bed. Hopefully I have enough. I depleted all the soil from these and from my soft bag. I was going for, I don't want to fuck with a shard yet. What's this crap? And the barrel and those other ones, they have rocks in the bottom for drainage. So I don't know. All right. Beyond that, I don't know where I landed on weekend goals per se. Guess always better to plan for and to bite off more than you can chew, maybe. Who knows? Oh. Gotta make sure to buckle up so as not to make that little dinger. Funny story about buckling up and my current standpoint on voting and being involved with politics. I gotta tell you, Audacity, which I need to find a shorter name for you than Audacity, as surely as I'm now SoPal. How about Audie? Like Audie Murphy? I don't know where you stand on Audie Murphy. You like Audie Murphy? Had a cool day yesterday, following down the rabbit hole of cap and ball, and we'll get to that. But first things first, buckling up, as in wearing the seatbelt and voting. A long time ago, a YouTuber by the name of Shall Not Be Infringed and I had a long discussion. It was like an ongoing discussion about the effectiveness of voting. And he had a story about how there were people that were active in their local government and went on and on about opposing it to the those motherfuckers that sit behind a desk that call the shots with our Commonwealth monies. And they ended up doing the vote in the middle of the night. And ever since then, he had vowed not to vote. A couple of my friends are similar to that. What I found somewhat fascinating is later on, and this is you included, Audie, and that's what threw me for a loop, was how, from what I could tell, you were going along with the like right-wing talk shows, the non-liberal, non-woke kind of talk shows. I would imagine, and correct me if I'm wrong if you like, I would imagine that just has to do with the opposition of the socialist nature of how these ultra progressives happen to be. And I can appreciate that. But on to more interesting things and more fun things is the cap and ball. The Colt Army versus the Colt Navy. I did some artificial intelligence aided research. And according to Grok, which is my favorite AI entity, because I'm not quite brave enough to be part of the Pause AI crowd. But according to Grok, because I too had the question of how did so many Confederate raiders end up using the 36 caliber Navy over a 44 caliber Army. According to what I first read, and this bears more research, and I cringe at saying it bears more research because I'm worried Savage is going to come in with, "It took me 2 seconds to Google it." It pisses me off when people don't do that. Yeah, that's what you sound like. No, I'm kidding. I'm playing. Love you bunches. But the reason the Colt Navy, according to this, was called the Colt Navy had to do with the engraving that was on the cylinder originally. Not to do with it was the United States Navy that commissioned the purchase. Now, they did go on to purchase them, and according to the story, the Army went on to purchase them as well. As for the Army 44 caliber, chosen because it can kill a horse, I don't know. I don't know what the black powder load is on a horse. I think about this often. You know, I equate large game hunting with large game hunting. And I would be very reluctant to shoot at a whitetail with a 44 caliber cap and ball. Now, unless that is the epitome of technology and what cavalry troops have, I know not. But let me know if you want to continue this cap and ball topic, man. All right. Y'all take it easy.